If you're tuning in expecting this granola to taste exactly like that bioengineered, 99.9999% sugar-loaded, shelf life of a century, monoglyceride-filled, health granola from aisle 7 of your local store, go ahead and lower them expectations just a little bit. This is homemade, human-made, hope you like it granola. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy.
So what you're gonna need is oats, peanut butter, honey, and oil. And you can use any oil of your kind. You can use coconut oil, you can use olive oil, or you can use vegetable oil. So first, I'm gonna start off with my wet ingredients. First, you're going to need about 40 milliliters of oil. Pour that in there. About 1/4 cup of honey. Then you're gonna mix this all in until well combined. And then it should look something like this. And then you're gonna add in your seasonings. I'm gonna be using cinnamon. Some cinnamon. Not too much. Nutmeg. And then a little bit of salt. This is optional. Okay, mix. Okay, should come out something like that. And then you're gonna pour in 2 cups of oats. You just want to scrape all the oats out with the measuring cup. Make sure you got it all. Mix that in. And then we are going to add 1/4 cup of melted peanut butter. And basically with melted peanut, see, we are going to melt this. Okay, so it should look something like this. We're just gonna pour that in. Pour that in. Now we are just gonna mix that in. And then after this is all well incorporated, you can add your mix-ins, like, I don't know, like nuts, dried fruit, chocolate chips. But you know, usually I don't add chocolate chips to this because I feel like it'll just end up melting and then turning it into something that I do not want. I don't know, the chocolate might just melt into the granola and turn it to entirely to chocolate granola, and I don't want chocolate granola. I would like granola with chocolate in it, but not granola covered chocolate. And then also, like, the chocolate might burn, so it might be like a burnt tasting chocolate granola. Yeah, so now that I have all my stuff mixed in, I'm going to put this in the toaster oven at 325 for 10 to 15 minutes. But if you guys do not have a toaster oven and would like to use a normal oven, you could put it at 350 for 10 to 15 minutes, but you would just have to frequently check the oven to make sure you don't burn it. And what we're looking for is a nice toasted edge. Then let it cool and sit for an hour. And that's how you get the granola. Just like that nice clustery. Now I'm gonna put this in the toaster oven. So I basically dumped all my granola on a sheet of foil, and now I'm just gonna flatten it. Spread it out. Okay, and now that that is said and done, I'm going to put this at 325 for 10 to 15 minutes. Okay guys, so basically I had it in here for like 11 minutes, and as you can see, it's looking a little bit of a golden brown type color. The camera really isn't catching the crisp of this golden brown that I'm seeing right now. Here's a quick visual of how your granola should look. If yours looks like the first 3 in row 1, you'll have to let it bake for a little longer. But if it looks like any of these 3, you can then move on to the next step, which is letting it rest. Now, I let mine rest in the toaster oven with the doors open. I don't know if there's a difference between letting it rest in the oven versus on the counter. I think it just comes all down to how toasted your granola is, because if you let it rest in the oven, it's still going to be baking. So if your granola is darker than any of the 3 that I just circled, I'd say let it rest on the counter. Alrighty, back to the video. But now I'm going to let it sit in the oven with the doors open and cool for about 30 minutes to an hour. Alright guys, so it's been like 40 minutes and I took my granola out of the toaster oven. And here I have a recycled peanut butter roll that I'm going to put the granola in. So we are just going to break this into pieces and put it in the jar. Guys, I mean, just look at those clusters. That's beautiful. And there you have it. This requires 5 ingredients. So I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, God bless you.